What's up, y'all? Here's a trade recap for today, Monday the 12th of May. For news, we didn't have any high impact news. We just had medium impact news. Just a speech, and then we're still waiting for these two to come out still for today. But today I took 2 trades, and I took 1 L and 1 I took 1 L and then 1 W. My bias played out though. I would have hit full take profit on ES if I would have took the trade, or if I would have held. And I've just been trying to take small wins lately, but here's the trade I took today. I was waiting for a liquidity sweep during market open, which we got. We got a sweep of liquidity right here, and initially I thought after we took out this Asian session lows that we would be targeting previous highs like up here, but we didn't sweep out that liquidity on ES until later on in the day, like around 10:30 is when we took out that liquidity. But on NQ we took that liquidity out during like 9:30 and 9:50. So I entered on NQ because I thought after we swept liquidity we'd break structure and go up. So my first initial entry was the sweep right here, and I entered off of equilibrium from here to here. Stops right here, and then targeting a previous high. And then I got stopped out after the macro because on ES we haven't had swept liquidity yet, so we still needed to sweep liquidity. And then after ES took out the liquidity sweep, I go back on NQ and I enter again after we get a break of structure. After we get a break of structure, then a retrace down, and basically the same entry, but it was off of the inverse fair value gap. Right there. After we closed outside of this inverse fair value gap, I entered when we retraced back into it right here, targeting I think my targets for this were just what's it called? My targets for this should have been previous highs like up here, but honestly after I took this first initial L, I lost about I think like $500 right here. And then right here, my take profit right here, this put me back up to I think $300 or $250, something like that. So right here I just didn't want to get greedy, so I took out when I was up a winning day. For Top Step, in order for you to have a winning day, it's $200 or more for a winning day to count. So after I got up to a winning day, I took profits right there. But after a sweep, you're supposed to target previous highs, like up here, or even up here, which we're probably going to take out soon on NQ. Where we're at. This price was super choppy, and honestly, I'm glad and I'm content with where I took my profits, because I could have just, instead of being down $500 on the day, I'm up $250 on the day. So I can't really complain about any of that. But yeah, so right here, price is probably going to take this out too. Probably soon. I know it already took it out on ES, that's for sure. Yeah, ES already took out these highs. So on ES, the trade would have been wait for this sweep right here. Enter off of... ES was moving way better than NQ, honestly. So after we sweep liquidity and we get this inverse fair value gap, entry could have been off of sweep, inverse fair value gap, enter off of the retrace into it, and then targeting previous highs up here. stops below the lows right here, and then it would have hit take profit later on in the day. But this whole thing right here for me is just too choppy. Just way too choppy for me. I like smoother price action, just because I don't want to be in a trade for longer than like an hour or two. And this would have hit take profit after like 2 hours, which is just not ideal. So that's why my take profits have been like right here, like one or two, like the previous high. Like right here would be a solid take profit for me. You know, there's nothing wrong with a 2.97 risk to reward, you know, compared to just trying to get greedy and wait for the market to literally come all the way up here after 2 hours, which it did. This would have been full take profits. And as we get better, we'll start doing multiple take profits, where we'll do like a take profit right here at these highs, and then take out 50% of position, and then let the rest ride till up here. But yeah, but we were very oversold, in my opinion, because we just kept coming down and price needed a retrace. In my mind, that's what I thought price was going to do, because after we swept out these London session and all this low resistance liquidity, I was waiting for price to sweep liquidity and go up, which it did. Price swept out this London session and low resistance liquidity during pre-market. Or price swept out this liquidity it had low resistance liquidity, and it had this London session lows, and then it went right back up to previous liquidity up here. But yeah, that was the trade for today. On the day, we're up 250. So we ended the day with a dub. That's good. Tomorrow, I think we have CPI. Yeah, we have CPI during pre-market. Tomorrow, this seems like a solid day to trade. After this news comes out, we'll see where price goes. The rest of the week, though, I'm probably not going to take a trade on Thursday for sure. There's too much stuff going on. Wednesday, we'll see what happens. Yeah, so tomorrow for sure I'll be looking to take a trade, but if price doesn't really give me anything, I'm not going to force it. But yeah, I'm going to end the video right there. Today was a good day, and it was a good way to start the week off with a small win. And we'll see what price action gives us tomorrow.